In this video, I'm gonna sit down with my good friend Brindy. She's an Airbnb host and ambassador, just designed this amazing condo from head to toe. We're gonna dive into it, so stay tuned. Let's go check it out. Welcome back, everybody. You guys all might know my friend. She was one of my first guest interviews on the YouTube a while back.
Yep.
Brindy, amazing designer, Airbnb ambassador, good friends. We do everything together, and I get so inspired by a lot of things that she does. And today, I wanted to come to one of her new properties that she did and just kind of hear her whole journey on the whole process, the start to finish, and the company she used, and just kind of go through some numbers and be super transparent with you guys. So let's dive into it. Brindy, will you introduce yourself?
Yep, my name's Brindy, and you might know me as Brindy. That's my handle on all of the sites, so that's how you can find me. And yeah, this is my newest property. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-level townhome, the middle of Old Town Scottsdale, right where you want to be when you come to Scottsdale. And as I was designing the property, I discovered Minoan, which we were going to chat about.
We are going to chat about, there's so many different ways you guys could design your place. And you hear me talk about it all the time about how important design really is. Mm-hmm. And you heard me say this from day one too. I love the way Brindy designs her place. She thinks of all these little details, but Minoan is a company that's new to me. So I wanted to talk to the expert who just went through the process to help you guys understand it. So for me, I'm still learning. So for people that are out there, would you explain a little bit about what Minoan is, what it does, and your experience thus far?
Yep. So Minoan it basically creates a single shopping cart experience to shop at all the places you want to shop when you're setting up a new short-term rental. So it makes it very easy to get items from a bunch of different places without the chaos of going in and out of different accounts, having lots of different credit card transactions. And so most everything that is in this space is from Article, West Elm, Crate and Barrel, Pottery Barn, and Parachute, and there's probably 4 or 5 other places that I shopped at, all through Minoan through a single site. So it saved me a lot of time having to go check out in West Elm and then go check out again at Pottery Barn and then have to track separately. Where's my Pottery Barn order? Or the table was that from West Elm or?
Yeah.
It was nice to be able to have one spot to check everything. So one invoice, one checkout experience, and then also one shipment. Everything.
That is pretty nice, I have to say, because trying to keep up with all your tracking when you're ordering all these different pieces from all over the place.
Yeah.
And then if you possibly have to return something, and yeah, that's really cool. So it's all broken down in one. You can go through the order and buy everything at once, and then it goes on one invoice. And then does it ship just whenever it's available?
Yeah, so I should clarify, for shipping, it'll still ship from the retailer. So I still had a West Elm delivery, an Article delivery, but I can go to one place to check on that through Minoan.
Yep. So,
that whole, for example, I was wondering where the table was, and normally it's like, shoot, where did I buy the table? Was that Pottery Barn? Was that West Elm? Where was it? Very nice to be able to go into Minoan, know that I had bought it through there, go into Minoan, and then see that shipping update.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And with all those choices, right, with all the brands and labels that you are able to choose from, it feels like in here, and we'll cut to some B-roll where you guys can see how she did everything, but it's very, what is the right word? Cohesive. It has a great story. All the pieces feel like they belong to each other, but then they play off each other really well.
Yeah, I think that's such a good point, and that is something that Minoan helped a lot with. And not really, just because it's so easy to go on their site and put something in the search bar like I'm looking for a sofa, type in sofa, and then get their top retailers to purchase that sofa from. And I guess the cohesiveness just happened because I'm using brands that Minoan curated. So these are brands that Minoan works with because they all fit a certain aesthetic and a certain style. So that was a really nice surprise to realize how much it helped create that cohesiveness by shopping at brands that, you know, Minoan had curated and kind of pulled together. And so I did put some effort into the cohesiveness, but I will say it looks better than I
could imagine.
I feel like I can give myself solely credit for it. So
I love that you said that, because if you're not as talented as you are with the design and having a good eye, you could be somewhat okay, go on Minoan, and it will kind of help guide you so it's not so intimidating at that point.
Yes, that is the right word. Less intimidating, cool. And nice to, you know, there's so many moments when you're designing a new space where you can get hung up on something. I did get really hung up on this table that's behind us, and I just didn't know where to shop for it. And when you're just on your own with the World Wide Web, you can really get analysis paralysis. Yeah. And so it was nice to be able to trust Minoan to narrow down my options enough. And we haven't even talked about the discounts, because it's the discounts that really, that's the first reason I initially went to Minoan. And then just a pleasant surprise that it made it a lot easier. But that's, Yeah,
we probably can't fully disclose all the discounts because it is a private membership, right?
Yes, you have to apply for it. You have to be able to show that you actually are a host and that you have a business. So there is a little bit of an application process, yeah. But
let's just be fair, the discounts are very amazing. You do save, like you said, a lot of time, but also you save a lot of money on good quality stuff. I think that's really important. I think a lot of times people, when they're designing something, they try to go inexpensive or like save a nickel and a dime, and they end up having to buy the couch 3 times over again.
Yep.
So all the stuff is, I mean, I'm sitting on the chair right now, the quality is amazing.
Yep.
It feels comfy.
Yep.
So you might feel like you're spending a little more, but then you're getting such a great discount.
Yeah.
And your stuff lasts.
Yep, that's right. I would say, you know, most of these items in here are probably a little more expensive than what you would typically buy on Amazon or Wayfair, but the discount makes it make a lot more sense. And you know, the whole phrase "buy nice or buy twice," I have learned the hard way. That is very true. So I've
done that a few times myself.
Yeah. So I actually enjoyed spending just a few dollars more for stuff that I know will last.
Yeah, it is super fun. I mean, I love this process so much. You guys hear me talk about design, how important it is. And with the saturation in Arizona, Scottsdale, you really got to stand out. So having nice furniture and good design, stuff that's going to photograph well, is like, I can't even stress how important it is, right? I would love to dive in a little bit more also about the space. Can you tell us a little bit about the space, square footage, bedroom, bathroom size?
Yep, so it's a townhome, 2,000 square feet, just under 2,000 square feet, 3 levels. And so you entered through the garage and front door at the bottom, and there's 1 bedroom down there. We're on the main level right now with the living room, dining room, kitchen, and then an outside area. And then the 3rd floor upstairs are 2 bedrooms, and both of those are primary suites. So they both have an ensuite bathroom. And one of them has a big, nice tub and a walk-in shower. And the other one only has a walk-in shower. So 2,000 square feet, 3 bedroom, 2.5 bath. Yeah.
And did you pre-plan a budget at all based off per room or the type of maybe clientele or daily rate you were going for? Yep.
So for this one, we knew from the get-go that we wanted to brand this one as luxury. And it's very important to me, if you're going to use, you know, the word luxury in your listing, that it's truly luxury. And so the budget was higher for this one than it's been for other properties. And I also wasn't really able to use some of the budgets that I put together for other properties. So started out with a $25,000 budget to furnish everything. And that's absolutely everything. Like that includes the broom downstairs and the vacuum. Cool. And so that's all in. We did end up a little bit over that. We ended up just under 28,000, so like 27,500, something like that. So
that's pretty good. It's still pretty good. Because you got really nice pots, you got plants, you got the TVs. Yep. The kitchen's fully stocked.
Fully stocked, everything in the kitchen. It includes all the little trinkets.
Yep.
The spatula in the drawer, all those little things.
On a design tip, is there always a few items that you want to splurge on, maybe spend a little bit more money on this or that?
Oh yeah, yep. I for every room, I think about, one splurge item, and it's amazing how much that can lift the items that might be in the room that are, a less expensive item that is more for practicality from Amazon or Target. So, like these chairs are one of my splurge items. Actually, these are from Article, which
I do like them. Very
which
cozy.
you can shop at through Minoan. Yeah, these are wonderful chairs, and they're such a statement piece. People love them, and so this is a splurge in here.
Yeah, because when you're thinking about the splurge items, right? Are you thinking about maybe your top 5 photos, or like in the photos, like, okay, these chairs and this pot and this rug is going to look really good on my cover photo, so I'm going to spend a little bit extra money knowing I'm going for the cover photo?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I mean, so I do, and also that's a really good idea. I'm going to do that more. I think of the one photo,
totally.
but I think that's really important, and I think it's to stage it for the photos. That's really important. It's also very important that it fully conveys to the guests when they're staying and enjoying your home. But yeah, you have to think about staging and what that's going to allow you to capture in a single photograph, because that's all you have to sell your space.
And what is if you don't mind me asking, what is the average nightly rent? What is the nightly rent you guys are aiming for?
So we
area?
started out right around 300 as a base, and I think right around 300 to 350 is for in season is what we're hoping for.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really based on location also. This is a beautiful space. It's built really, really nice. Insane natural light, great views. But literally, you can walk to a million different restaurants and shopping galore. And if you're a nightlife party animal, that's everywhere.
Yep.
Like, there's just a
Prime
lot
spot
to
for
do
that.
out here.
There's a lot, especially
really cool.
this time of year when it's
Yep.
such nice weather. You just want to go and do it all. Yeah, there's great views of Camelback, the iconic Scottsdale Camelback Mountain. There's great views of that from the second primary room.
Probably worth just the gram photo to come here just to get that photo.
I know. You can bet that little tag is in the listing description.
It probably is. You can see the tag. And we will put the listing down below so you guys can really dive in and see how she lays out her listing. You can book the place. You can give it a little heart if you want. Why not? Cha-ching. But you should check out the space because it'll give you guys a really good idea of how all of this comes together, because she's obviously thinking about it from ground zero all the way until the listing and the first couple bookings and getting feedback. And maybe she has to adjust a few, but yeah, check out the link below and share it with your friends or whatever. I always talk about the kitchen being really important. Do you always go a little overboard with amenities and stuff in the kitchen?
So for this one, my thinking was, you know what? People come to Scottsdale and go out to eat. So it felt important to me that everything I had in the kitchen needs to be quality, and a little bit more quality than maybe I've had in other properties, so that I can appeal to that luxury, vibe. But I didn't go all out. Like, I don't have a blender. I don't have, and I might add one eventually, but right now I don't have one. So there's like things like that I don't have, but I do have really nice bakeware. I have really nice pots and pans, really nice dishware. Like, everything that is there is a really nice toaster. So all the essentials are there. And I think there's a few things that I would like to add, but for this initial launch, I didn't go all out with every single amenity in the kitchen. And maybe I would have if it was a different setting. But honestly, there's great smoothies like just down the road. So
So it's kind of hard, not. And then do you have I know we kind of skipped around on this one a little bit, but do you have a projection of what you're hoping to do, like on a monthly or maybe a year that you're comfortable with?
Yeah. I think if we could around like 5,000 a month of profit after all expenses, including a management fee, is what we're hoping for. And so that would probably put us at like 75 gross. Yeah, and there's some room there because we made some bold moves with this property, kind of going for the luxury and seeing like a little bit of an experiment. Like, let's see if we can make this happen. And if we can sell this because of the luxury vibe that it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think with that, you do have to be a little bold. You have to take chances. Obviously, you can go down the numbers paralysis that we talked about and spin out of control. But at one point, you kind of just have to, if that's the direction you really want to go, then you kind of just have to go for it.
You have to go for it.
You kind of just like do as much as you can and then go for it.
Yeah, one of the things that I'm trying out with this property that I've wanted to do for a long time that I haven't done is we are offering a concierge service.
Oh, cool.
Here, so it's not fully set up, but it should be by the time you can click on the link and check it out. But you can schedule massages, yoga sessions, sound baths, like things that we feel like people come out, like we're trying to also have this be a little bit of like a spa retreat feeling for people. And so that's something that we're hoping will create more interest. And so that's another thing that we added this time that I hadn't done in the past.
Very cool. And I'm not 100% sure when this video is going to come out, but Brindy is also speaking and coaching at, tell us a little bit about that. If it's already passed, then you can check it out, but if it hasn't, so.
That's right. I mean, at this exact moment, this listing is available during the Level Up Your Listing Summit that I will be speaking on a design panel at just right here in Scottsdale. It's just around the corner.
Pretty cool.
So perfect timing because Minoan's also going to be at the summit. Right. And so, if you haven't checked that out yet, definitely check out Level Up Your Summit or Level Up Your Listing and see if that's something that sounds interesting to you and you could come stay here while you go head over to the summit.
There you go. It's always a pleasure sitting with you and chatting. I know we talk so much off camera all the time, and it's nice to have a good other host that's in the business as well, because I'll be struggling with something and I'll be able to reach out to you, and it's been a good experience. So I appreciate your time. And where can people find more about you, follow you on the gram, the social? She does an awesome job on the social too, by the way, so go give her a follow. Where can they find you?
Instagram's the best, so Brindy on Instagram, and then my website www.airbrindy.com.
There you have it. Thank you guys so much, and thanks, Brent.
Thank you.
Again. Wait,
awesome.
When was the last time?
Couple months.
A couple months.
Yeah.
Boom. That's it. Pink.